What's up, GITV? My name is Tim. It is very warm today in Southern California, which is why we're taking a look again at another gas gun because it's gas gun season. Taking a look today at the WE M14 GBBR. Now, I know I've already kind of reviewed this gun a little bit, but it was a very short review. It was kind of impromptu and it was done in our sales floor. We're going to go a little more in depth about this gun today, and we're going to start with the external features. This gun features a metal barrel and metal bolt and chamber assembly. The stock on this gun is made of polymer, even though it is made to look like wood. However, don't think that just because it's polymer that it's lightweight and cheap. This gun is very realistic as far as weight goes, almost weighing exactly the same as a real M14. Other realistic features on this gun include the sling swivel points in the front and in the rear, 30 round magazine. Now I know that's 10 rounds more than a real M14 would hold. However, this is very good for milsim type games where really low magazine capacity is preferred. This gun doesn't need a battery, so in place of the battery compartment where you would find on an AEG M14, you find a storage compartment on this gun. Inside the storage compartment from the factory, WE have given you an extra spring follower, an extra spring for the follower in the magazine, and a speed loader inside our little storage compartment thing. Other realistic features on this gun include iron sights, front and rear. The rear iron sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. The fire selector is right here. This gun does fire in full auto and semi-auto. However, remember, you only have 30 rounds in the magazine, so spraying away all of them all at once is not advisable. The magazine, on the left side of the body here, you will see the bolt release button as well as a place to mount a scope mount for a scope. We'll get into more detail about that later. Another thing that you're probably going to want to have with an M14, especially one as realistically and heavy as this one, is a bipod. There is no bipod swivel at the front of this stock. You will have to purchase one separately, but this does give you a hole to mount that in. That pretty much covers all of the external features. Safety, obviously, right in front of the trigger, and the magazine release is right here in front of the trigger as well. So let's get into the chrono. Bob's going to chrono this thing, and we're also going to show you some slow-mo action of this thing firing so you can see really how much energy this gun transfers back into your shoulder. This is a really heavy bolt, doesn't move very fast. This gun does not have a really fast rate of fire. However, it is just as fun to shoot as some of those high ROF guns because it transfers so much energy into your shoulder, as illustrated by Bob. Stay tuned. Please use your airsoft guns responsibly. Do not shoot at any unsuspecting people or animals.
Don't ever look down the barrel of your airsoft gun. And keep your finger off the trigger unless you're ready to fire. Treat your airsoft guns like real firearms.
Welcome back to GITV. My name is Tim, your host. I don't actually have Bob here with me today to do the player's perspective on the WE M14. However, I've known Bob for about 5 or 6 years now, so I have a pretty good idea of what he might say if he were here. Ooh man, I am really excited to be reviewing this gun today. I am a big fan of the M14 because it has realistic features, awesome recoil, and it has a really solid build. Plus, my personal favorite, it's used by the US military. And this looks extra sweet with this scope on here. Tim, what do you think about this awesome gun? Well, Bob, you are correct. This gun does have very realistic features. It is a gas blowback rifle, which means it's much more realistic than an AEG. In addition to having an awesome feeling recoil when you fire it, one of the things that I like most about this gun is its functionality. This gun has a relatively long inner barrel, which makes it very accurate, especially with the high velocity that it fires. For a DMR, which is what I would use this for if I had this gun, it is perfect. It has semi-auto, so that you can fire from long range and hit your targets accurately, but it also has full auto in case you find yourself in a sticky situation where you need to fire for effect. So let's say your position's compromised and you got a lot of bad guys coming at you real fast. You can use full auto to fire for effect, or hopefully to take out a lot of guys at once, and hopefully that will get you to safety. One of the things that I think is great and essential for a gun like this to be a DMR is the addition of accessories. You may have noticed that this gun picked up a scope mount during the last commercial break. This is the G&G M14 scope mount, and I've attached it to the side of this receiver, and this is the King Arms M3 scope that's illuminated. Great scope for Airsoft. It's a 3.5 to 10 by 40 scope, so you have plenty of zoom and a wide field of view, and the G&G scope mount fixes to the side of the gun very well. Check out the WE M14. It's for sale on Airsoft GI for $380. Also check out the G&G M14 scope mount and the King Arms M3 scope, and get yourself a solid DMR build. My name is Tim from GITV. Thanks for watching.